Who's 3 and 2?
I know number 1 is Trella, of course.
Yeah, I guess the wall beats him.
Yeah, I think number 2 would probably be like Flip Hop and then the wall and then Karna, I think. Don't quote me on that. Maybe. Losers quarters at Shockwave. The Fire Emblem Squadron squaring off against FX Dakpo and Buffin Bros Karna.
So I think Karna's been going Cloud this entire time. Or
no, he's been going to Sheik.
He's switching. I swear I saw him playing Cloud earlier, but I guess he's going back to Sheik. Sheik and Luigi, thinking about their combo potential, I think what's going to be really difficult for the blue team in this game is staying on the stage and then finding a way to recover back on the stage. Luigi and Sheik being very good characters at carrying their opponents off the stage and then finding ways to keep them there, having phenomenal edge guarding tools like all of their aerials. So it's going to be a struggle, I think, for the blue team to stay alive and then get back to the stage safely.
Right.
So we're going to start off on Town and City. Blue team starting out very aggressive already. Not really afraid of the potential that the red team has to take them off the stage. They've done a really good job of keeping themselves grounded and dealing some damage where they can, getting their small hits there, then and there. But then Dakpo starts up the combos that we're used to seeing Luigi do and starts to put a break into the blue team's assault.
It's definitely worth noting that both of the red team characters are characters who have been nerfed over time, in particular whenever it comes to actually closing the stocks out. But again, with this team's format, they're going to be able to work together to close stocks out unless Dakpo just goes in raw.
He got two, and then he got an up smash. 2 quick stocks from Dakpo, showing that beginning aggressiveness from the blue team is not going to be what they need to take this game. Dakpo twice punishing unsafe options from the blue team with that sweet spot super jump punch. So they're going to need to be a lot more careful with their options. Both of these Fire Emblem characters having a bit moves that are a bit more on the laggy side compared to these two characters with, like, I would say, far more optimal frame data, far more quicker moves. So they're going to be very careful because, as you've seen, Dakpo is not afraid to take these stocks and take them quick.
Oh yeah, Sheik may be a ninja, but Dakpo is playing the role of an assassin here. He's going to lose his first stock to that big dash attack from Slaps, but Karna is there with a punish of his own. We're seeing Karna taking the stage control away entirely. But he almost lost his stock in the process. And this is what we're talking about, right? You're noticing blue sandwiched between red this time. They're being batted around and not really having a firm footing to call home.
I like that. I love that back throw into the back air from Dakpo. Red team showing that when they get put in those positions, like the blue team we saw in the last game, they're going to be able to set up those throw combos into kills. So the blue team's going to need to be careful not to leave themselves in 1v2 situations like they have been. They kind of been getting separated, which it's pretty difficult not to do when you have characters that can carry you across the stage in less than a second. What even killed right there? Did Slaps' forward air go through Karna's power shield and then hit Luigi there?
I don't know. That wouldn't even been like the right direction of launch if that's what happened.
That was weird. I'm not really sure how that stock went away, but however, all the stocks are gone for Slaps in this case. Sethlon in a 2v1 situation where, as we've seen, the red team can start the combos, can start the damage. Sethlon's going to have a difficult time taking off these 4 stocks, if it's even possible. The red team getting the sandwich started, as you were mentioning earlier. Wow, the mash from Sethlon, getting him a bit more time to stay alive on the stage, but how long does he have when these two characters have 4 stocks?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he can take one. Oh!
Once again!
Whiffing a sweet spot. Uncharacteristic of Dakpo.
Oh, what a save from Karna! Wow, that just sucks. You're stuck in this 2v1 situation. They have 4 stocks tier 1, and you're not even able to take off a stock because Karna's so good at saving his teammate, finally getting it off of Dakpo, putting himself in a 3v1 situation. Let's see if he's able to take off another, or if this red team's finally going to be able to steal the stock and stop with the flubs. They've been unable to get these grabs to kills, as we saw them do earlier in the game.
You know,
well, you still can't hit it. He got the down smash.
Sethlon actually, you can see him laughing in the player game. He can't believe that he's alive for this long.
Oh my gosh, Dakpo has just been really. They just can't take him off. 170%. This Roy just will not die. The spirit is just within him.
What's Roy's damage?
Can he get another? One more stop.
No.
Okay, the
no,
up tilt's
no, no.
gonna take it. Finally, what a play from Sethlon. He was down but not out, taking 2 stocks in the silliest of ways.
That was the most like prolonged death scene I've ever seen.
Right?
The Rasputin, man.
Right? No, it's like it's like watching one of those movies, and the guy's like, and you know when they do like the over dramatic deaths, like they get stabbed or something, like oh
Yeah, like
later.
it's like an Indian movie. Like the dude gets like shot 6 times, and all of a sudden he's like singing 2 dance numbers, and then he finally dies.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Oh man.
Perfect.
Sethlon needs to be a movie star. Absolutely great. But with that last interaction in that last game, I'm wondering if that's going to carry over into the next game. So the blue team, or was it the red team? I think it's the red team. So Dakpo and Karna, they were having such a difficult time taking off one single stock. Where they did such a phenomenal job the entire game of taking off multiple stocks. And I wonder if that's going to change the way they approach and how they deal with while the team has 6 stocks still, how they're going to deal with it comparatively to how they were dealing with that last stock.
I think it's tricky because they both play these characters where the statement is, if I get in, you're going to be taken for a ride.
Yeah.
But again, the modifier there is if.
Yeah.
And because of the way that we've been seeing Karna and Dakpo construct themselves, those opportunities, they are so few and far in between. And more often than not, they come a little too late.
Yeah, and I completely agree. And we'll see how that translates into this game.
I think, there's also a big case for maybe playing a bit more close to Dakpo.
Yeah.
He's playing like this super passive role at some of these higher percents where he just waits for Karna to get the grab or get like a single hit, and then he closes out with sweet spot Shoryus or with the up smash.
It's funny, at the beginning of the first game, he got once again taking out 2 stocks very quickly. Dakpo showing that first game mentality stays with him, is going to keep it strong. But I want to touch on like the fact that in the first game he got 2 sweet spot Shoryus back to back, and in the last game, and at the last seconds of the last game, he could not hit a single one. And you kind of seen he hasn't gone for those Shoryus as much as we saw him go in that first game, possibly because of that last game where he was unable to take out a single stock from Sethlon.
I mean, you go for what you know will work, and I don't think he knew that he wouldn't be able to make it back. Definitely a surprise for us on the desk. Karna, on the meanwhile, ends up actually snagging Sethlon. The final has an advantage, but he's going to get caught by that aerial from Slaps.
And that's a good feeling, too. Getting carried across the stage like Slaps was by Karna, just to suddenly get that one solid hit that you needed and you take that stock feels really good.
Yeah.
And that's going to be some good momentum going into Karna's second stock, seeing Slaps still keep himself at 120%. Back on the stage, runs right into those needles, but still living, and that's what matters. Zalmas in between the red team right now. It's a dangerous position, but Slaps not one to be afraid. That back air is going to take out another stock from Dakpo.
That's huge. They actually have the stock lead for the first time in this series.
Wow.
Yeah, you just hold shield as long as possible. Though Dakpo would have said, why didn't you just counter me there?
That's a very good option. That maybe he was still afraid, but another up smash is going to be the stock off of Sethlon. And then a down smash, very rarely seen from Karna, is going to be taking out another stock from the blue team. Red team in the lead, 3-2. As the combos begin, as Karna begins to take Slaps for a ride across the stage, finally getting some safety, trying to take down Dakpo with them.
You know, like an assassin that we alluded to with the role that Dakpo is playing, a lot of it is just about positioning.
Yeah.
And I love where Dakpo has set himself up. He's constantly being in places where he just has to move a minimal amount in order to cover so many recovery options. And right there, very nearly taking the stock with that tornado. It's so fortunate that Ike has that great vertical recovery.
Yeah, agreed. Smart stuff from Dakpo. A bit of that. Oh, finally, the first Shoryu you see this game. Those are good punish. Not going to be the stock yet. I bet Dakpo was 100% hoping that would be the stock. Blue team hitting those high percents. Wow, he actually killed with the side B into the stage. Blue team has stage control right now. Dakpo trying to recover as the sandwich begins. Karna eating a lot of damage.
That's right, just making it just for him. That was 38 off the gate. Dakpo, he is the Achilles heel of this team, but he's still going to be carrying with some huge KOs. Now a one-on-one with Karna at 60 and Slaps at 158. I mean, this would be a miracle by all means, but with the nerfs, there's definitely a chance.
And when we think about Sheik, we think about Sheik as a character who can rack up damage a lot, but not really any consistent kill confirms, like as you talked about, since those nerfs. So he's going to need to have solid reads just like that. Karna taking the game for the red team. They'll be moving on into, was it winners? Or grands?
That was losers.
That was
losers
finals?
quarters.
Oh, losers
That was
Really?
losers quarters.
That was losers quarter. Okay. Well,
There's a lot of good teams, man.
yeah.
A lot of good
Jeez,
teams,
that
yeah.
is not a losers quarters
No,
match.
definitely not. And it's cool how Karna did it as well. Like,
Yeah.
he stood with his back towards the ledge, right? As if saying,